Hello, I'm Serena from Archangel Connection. In my home office, still in the same outfit. Yes, we're doing 3 or 4 videos today. Today we're going to talk about cords, because I think the last video I mentioned cords. We want to talk about energetic cords. It's one of the big things that angels do, or that's what they do for me in my sessions. So that's kind of great. We'll do that. First, we're just going to start with a quick grounding. So if you have a grounding mat, great. I'm standing on mine. If you don't, and you have the opportunity to stand, please go ahead and do so. And close your eyes if you want to while you listen to me. This will be quick because we're getting really good at the whole grounding thing. The intention, by the way of grounding, is to connect your body's energy down into earth energy. The reason we do this is to be able to accept fast-moving energy into our bodies. Fast-moving energy is healing. Fast-moving energy moves our body so that it can heal itself. It also clears out slow-moving energy, which does not serve us. We walk around with bundles of it. We take it from other people. We accept it from our loved ones. Whether they intend to give it to us or not, doesn't really matter. Slow-moving energy, not so good. Okay, so every opportunity to connect down to earth, especially those of us who spend a lot of time up here talking to energetic beings, talking to other beings, that's a lot of out of body, essentially, third eye conversation, and that has very little to do with your physical body and connecting to earth. But you're here on earth for a reason. You're human for a reason, with an intention for this life. Whether you figured out what that purpose is, that's okay. Keep working. Doesn't matter how old you are. Just keep working until you figure out what it is. Because we're here for a reason in human form. And it's fantastic to talk to angels and other energetic beings, ascended masters. There's a whole bunch of them. And sometimes they just talk off screen or talk to me constantly, and they distract me. So I was talking about ascended masters, and Jesus started talking. He's very chatty sometimes. So anyway, we're talking about grounding, connecting your earth body down into earth energy. So I'm going to stand here with my eyes open and talk you through a quick grounding, which will be, we're going to grow roots from the bottoms of our feet down through earth, down through the grass and the dirt, down through the rock, through the oil and the water, past the crystals and the spaces. The color starts to change as we get towards the center of earth, which is red and orange and moving very quickly. This is where fast-moving energy is made, is slow moves and changes, transforms into fast. As our roots grow down into that center and touch that red and orange center of earth, fast-moving energy moves up those roots, up into our bodies, flooding our bodies. At the same time, we also have roots growing from the heels of our feet. Those roots we use to push out slow-moving energy. Slow-moving energy that we recognize as anger, pain, fear, frustration. Fear's a big one for almost everybody. Push it out of your body as soon as you recognize it. Use those roots from the heels of your feet to push out the slow-moving energy. It makes more room for fast-moving energy, and we become part of the cycle of fast-moving up, slow-moving down. Just keep cleaning ourselves. Allow earth to clean you. So feeling that we are strongly connected to earth, I'm going to play my crystal bowl just to seal in that grounding. Thank you for grounding with me. Now we're going to have a little chat about energetic cords. So I talk to 20 angels in my sessions, and some of which you'll recognize. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Ariel, just a whole bunch. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm missing some names here, but we're just going to talk about Michael today. And the reason we talk about Michael is because pretty much everybody knows Michael. Everybody is connected to him, and that's fantastic. He is one of the main, I'm going to go with main angels that does cutting of cords. It's removing of attachments. So essentially, I can see cords growing out of people. They look like wires or roots, also usually white, something like that. I have 3 different categories of cords. So one of the types of cords is emotional. Emotional cords generally are pretty small. I usually see them as like black little hairs or something like that. Anyway, the emotional cords are where you have not let go of whatever the situation was. You didn't want to remove yourself from the emotion attached to whatever situation. It could have been a breakup, it could have been, when you stubbed your toe, it doesn't matter what it is. The point is, for some reason, you're still holding on to it, and it's like all the cords are like you have balloons attached to you, or you have weights attached to you. It's things that you're dragging behind you, things that are attached to you that aren't hurting you, but aren't serving you. So if it's not serving you, remove it. Get rid of the baggage. That's what we're talking about here. So emotional cords, really easy to remove because you're the only one attached to them. Michael just cuts them off. By the way, Michael comes with a sword most of the time. Sometimes different cutting implements. I've seen him with a hedge clipper, an axe, and just little pincers. He comes with all kinds of stuff. It's very entertaining to me. They're all entertaining to me. Okay, so there's emotional cords. The next type of cords are energetic attachments to people. And you will usually, in all your relationships, have fast-moving and slow-moving cords. So fast-moving cords are going to be love and acceptance and support. Yay, fast-moving cords. Slow-moving cords, disappointment, anger, frustration. Again, you have both with people. But the slow-moving ones are not serving you or the other person. If you've broken up with somebody and physically you are separated from them, you have no intention of seeing that, you still have those cords, generally. So, again, one of the things that Michael can do is cut off those slow-moving cords. When you ask for his assistance, hey, Michael, please come clean me, fix me energetically, he will do that. If you're feeling worried and upset about something, is there something attached to me? Perhaps there is. He can remove that too. Or when you come to somebody like me, that's one of the things that we do. The whole intention of pretty much all my sessions is to clean and clear you so you can get rid of all that junk from before so you can move forward. We're trying to ascend. We're trying to move up and raise our vibration. So some people are a little bit worried that you say, hey, Michael, can you cut the cords to my mother, for example, that he's going to go ahead and cut the fast-moving cords. Not how it works. Fast-moving energy, slow-moving energy, right? So fast-moving energy, angels, energetic beings, they're different vibrations. But anyways, angels are a very fast vibration. Michael's sword and cutting implements, fast vibration. So that fast vibration, when it hits a fast vibration, what does it do? It goes straight through, just like butter, just like water, nothing. There's no intention to cut a fast-moving cord, and therefore there is no cutting of a fast-moving cord. You don't lose the love and the support, including with your ex. If there was some great stuff there, fantastic, keep that. But the slow-moving cords, the anger, frustration, doubt, disappointment, those you want to get rid of because they're slow-moving and his sword is fast-moving. One hits the other, this one shatters and breaks. That's how I see them, they shatter, which is also a very good thing. I do this a lot because my screen goes dark and then I can't see myself, so sorry about that. Third type of cord. This is the most interesting cord in my opinion. So I'll be talking about a client, we'll be talking to the angels, Michael will come, go to clean, and then he'll just stand and point to a different spot on the body. Other angels will do the same thing for me. They'll just point to a spot or just stand there. What are you doing? That's because there's a cord attached to, generally an emotion again, but this one is going to be attached to a past life. Past life emotions are way, and guilt, etc., things like that. Anyway, they are really difficult to get rid of on your own without recognizing what happened. So when I'm in a session, that's one of the things that we do. And when I say we, I mean me and the angels. We go and see the cord and travel back, recognize the life, whatever it was. You could have been, an emperor or, slave, doesn't matter. Whatever the deal was. And by the way, the ones that you have these negative attachments or slow-moving attachments, obviously, were not great lives, okay? Maybe they were fantastic and then you got hit by a truck, I don't know. Or maybe they were just not so pretty. So those are the ones I get to see. And once we've seen the life, once we've recognized however you died or whatever horrible thing was happening to you, it's the attachment to those emotions there, which generally, almost always, guilt, a lot of the time fear, something tremendous is happening, maybe you're being abused or whatever, or again, you get hit by a truck, I don't know. Whatever that emotion is, as soon as it's recognized, that's all you have to do, recognize it. You don't have to do anything. We don't want you to travel back in time and relive the life. Waste of time. You did it. It's over. I'm sorry that it didn't end well. I'm sorry that it wasn't fantastic. This life is different. That's why we're working together to clean and clear yourself so that this life is the best possible life. So, when we see past lives, we recognize that emotion. That's when the cord can be cut. They don't come back. Now, it does seem that there are layers, but the same life will not come back. There's no such, we cut it. That's the whole intention of talking to angels in the first place. They are here for your best and highest purpose. That's why they're attached to us. That's why they're communicating with us. That's why they're here. And Michael in particular, and I keep saying Michael because everybody knows him, a lot of the other angels do a lot of this work too, talking about removing shards, pieces that have been embedded into you energetically because of an impact from a life. The truck hit, the falling off the cliff, somebody beating you. Physically, it does also impact you emotionally. So that's a big issue. Uriel and Gabriel are big on helping remove those types of pieces. All the angels can do it. Michael's just really well known for it because he has the cutting implements. And Raphael, being the healer that he is, he often will come after we've done some cutting to sort of seal up that energy, etc. And the general purpose of doing a session with me or talking to angels on your own, whatever the deal is we're going to get rid of all that baggage. Once you get rid of all that energetic baggage, what happens? Your vibrational level moves up. It starts to vibrate quicker, faster. And why do you want that? Because we are trying to get closer to ascension. We are trying to move up the level. Why would we drag around? And lots of people do. I've seen people who, I have no idea why I have pain in my knee. And I've had pain in my knee since I was a child. I have no idea. There was no damage that was done in this life. And yet, you go back to a past life and, it was gnawed off by a lion, whatever the deal was. There are physical manifestations of past life events too. It's not all the time. It's not like every little pain is going to be attached to a past life, but quite often there are physical manifestations of past life stuff. It's stuff that's weighing you down. Who wants to be weighed down? I don't want to be weighed down. So that's one of the intentions of angelic sessions and clearing cords, cutting cords. I'm going to talk a little bit more about different types of attachments that some people might call a little scarier. We'll talk about that next time because I think we've been here long enough. And I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming, and I hope that you have a lovely, perfect day. Thank you.